Hello everybody, this is Howard the Teaser King coming to you with week 12 of college football. Very strong week here. I have 4 locks in college, 2 in the pro, and probably one more that I can think of. And it's just my problem if I have like a one team lock, I got to find the second team to lock it. So I'm looking for a second team for my one team. So it should be 7 locks total, 4 in the pros and 3 in college, or 4 in college and 3 in the pros. Now, when I say 4 locks, that's 2 teasers, but the teams are still locked. So there's 4 teams locked. I put them in 2 teasers, but I put them in more than 2 teasers. I mean, I have 2 teasers that make up the 4 teams, but then I'll take Team A with Team B, and then I'll take Team A and lock them again with another team. So you can lock one team twice or play the one team with another team. So when I say I have 4 locks, it's 4 teams, not necessarily 4 different lock teasers. So you got 4 teams, they're all locks. When I lock them in a teaser, if I have a lock teaser, both the teams are locks. That's how I do it. If I only have one lock and I can't find a second, I don't lock it. I just put it out there regular, but for a stronger unit, and I'll probably play them in 2 teasers. But this week, this should be an extremely huge week, pro and college. I've lowered all my limits for the year, so if you want to buy the college through the bowls and the playoffs, if you want to buy the pros for the rest of the year through the Super Bowl, if you want to buy the locks through the Super Bowl, I've discounted all those prices to now, like the rest of the year, now that it's not a full year. Now it's down to about half of the year left if you include all the bowls and playoffs, the NFL. So I've given big discounts. I would, I get a lot of buyers who buy the pros while I'm giving you this discount so you can buy the rest of the year and save money instead of buying them every week. Same thing with the locks. I get regulars who buy the locks all the time, and here you can buy the whole year and it's going to save you money instead of buying the locks every week. Anyway, I just wanted to let that out. Again, in the pros, I'm 95 and 21, 82% for the year, picking the teams. And because I picked the teams in more than one teaser, I'm just saying, boom, I picked Philadelphia, Philadelphia won, there's a winner. Not necessarily in the teaser because I put them in multiple teasers. And multiple teams, sometimes I put them with college. So I'm just saying when I pick a pro game, boom. If I pick a pro game and it wins, that's what I'm talking about. So it's the pick with the 6-point teaser, 82%, 95 and 21. This should be a huge week all over the place. Anyway, last week's college, Wyoming lost, but it was a hell of a game. They went up to 120 points. And then I hit New Mexico. New Mexico is a very strong dog. They got a great defense and a very strong running attack. And I'm noticing these really strong running teams like a San Diego State, like a New Mexico, the Navy. I mean, once they get rolling, it tires out the defense. It's just really hard to stop them. So you end up where if you get the right team, they just keep pounding you and wear you out. And that's the way the NFL used to be. They used to run it down your throat, and eventually you'd wear down and they'd win. And now with all the passing, it still gets down to the best running team because once you hit the red zone, you can't pass anymore because it's too condensed, and that's what happens. Anyway, so let me give you a couple of games here, if you will. First game is going to be, we're going to play Temple, lane 15 against Tulane. Temple needs the game to win their division. They won't win it with the win, but they need the win to keep for the win. They have a much better defense than Tulane and a much better offense, a good quarterback, a good running attack, a far better coach. And Tulane's been getting beat a lot. So I look at Temple. Now it's on the road. You're laying 15, but you can cut it to 9. Very important to get it under 10. And Temple just is, they are very strong covering. There's something like, I want to say like 17-3 their last 20 in a teaser by itself. So I do keep teaser trends for college as well as the pros. I think they work better. They're more effective in the pros than the college, just because of all the different coaching changes and all the different moves from the conferences and all the graduation. In the pros, Tom Brady's there 10 years. His stats are really good, but look at Denver. They didn't have Manning. They get Manning, so they got Manning stats, and then they go, and now Manning's gone. They're collecting new stats, but that's not usual. Mostly, like Aaron Rodgers has been there a long time, and Stafford's been there a long time, and so most of these players have been there, so their stats and trends are pretty good. Not that the colleges are bad, but that's just one method I use. I don't just take I'm not a technical analyst where I just take the technical trend and that's it. So anyway, Temple very strong. They have much better quarterback. Quarterback on Tulane's not very good at all. If Temple gets the lead, it's going to be hard for Tulane to come back. Temple's defense very strong. The game's in Tulane, but Temple's been good on the road, and Tulane's just been getting hammered. If Temple gets up, I don't see how Tulane's going to hang around there. So I like Temple laying the 9. Keep it under 10 if possible against Tulane. That's your first pick. Temple again needs it for their division, so they can win their title. Their share of the title. They have to win the game. That's the beauty of this week. You got a lot of games where they have to win the game. Second game I'm going to give you is let's see. Well, let's go. I already gave the Ohio State game on my other video, so let's go with let's take Florida State playing at Syracuse. Florida State's laying 20. I like Florida State here because Syracuse quarterback Dungy's out, or very, very hurt. I think he's out. And Florida State's been playing a lot better, and I think this is a game where Cook just runs wild. He's going to score a lot. Syracuse's other quarterback didn't really do anything. They're a weak home dog. Florida State, they need the game. I think they're not in the running for their conference, but they need the game anyway, and they're going to want to get it and really pound Syracuse here. I see Florida State. You're laying 14, but I just think again, when they run the ball, they're going to run it down their throats. And, they went to South Florida and killed them, and South Florida is a much better team than Syracuse. If Dungy was still the quarterback, I probably wouldn't be as adamant about the game. But without Dungy, they have a terrible defense, Syracuse. So Florida State's going to put up 40, 50 points on this game. And for Syracuse to stay close, I don't see how they can. They don't have a quarterback. Quarterback's injured. The new quarterback has to learn the system. He's probably not that good. And like I said, their defense is terrible, and they don't have a running attack. So I see Florida State just pounding this team down, and Cook having a big game. Syracuse's defense is terrible anyway. Syracuse is a weak home dog, as I said. Florida State's not a great road favorite, but it's a conference game, and they need the game. So I can easily see Florida State pounding them here. Florida State's quarterback was hurt last week, but he should be playing. The backup's okay here. Really, you're handing the ball to Cook, and he's going to run for 250 yards against this week's Syracuse defense. So that's how I look at it. When you get these running teams going, you just, you feed Cook 25 times, he's going to get 50 points. It's something I've noticed when I'm looking at stats. South Florida, they run the ball 90% of the time. They score 40 points a game. So just because they run the ball, you think, are they going to run the clock? They're not going to score that much. In college, it doesn't. I mean, Navy scores a lot. Some of these other teams, New Mexico scores a lot. South Florida. These are running teams, and they score a ton. Even Louisville is mostly running with their quarterback, and they just, where you think, they're not going to score much, they just pound you and wear you out. So I just see Florida State just wearing out Syracuse. I just really don't see Syracuse being able to do a whole lot. So take Florida State -8, take Temple -9. I know I don't normally like the road favorites, but I think at this time of the year, I don't see Syracuse upsetting Florida State. Like Pitt over Clemson, that was not that far off. I mean, Pitt has a really strong running game and a really strong offense. They have a weak defense, so I knew it was a high-scoring game. That's how I played the game. But when Pitt won, I wasn't like shocked. I'd be shocked if Syracuse won, or if Tulane won. I'd be extremely shocked. Good teams, good defenses going on the road. On the road, you can win with a running game and a defense. It doesn't matter. Sometimes the crowd noise gets a problem, but when you're just running, pounding it down, the crowd's gone, and you just keep working them. So I love the high-scoring teams playing the low-scoring teams, because once like a Temple or Florida State gets going, the other team has to pass. Tulane can't pass. Syracuse could pass with Dungy, but if he's out, the second quarterback can't really, he's not a really good passer yet, even though they're running the real Baylor offense now that Baylor's not running it anymore. And that's how I look at it. So, again, I'm really hot. Again, I would definitely buy my whole set this week. 4 college locks, probably 3 pro locks. That's 7 locks, 7 teams locked, and you can play them any way you want. It would be a great 7-team teaser right there. Just play my 7 locks in a 7-team teaser. $50, you win $400-500. Pays for it right there, and I only got it for $77. I've lowered the 125 price. I did the special for 65, and I'm just sticking at it at 77, making it affordable. Because I like to see people do well, and so a lot of people are like, emailing me, okay, how do I, what do you think? How should I play this? So helping people out, doing a lot of 5-6 team teasers here. So definitely look at the 7 locks as, an easy 7-team, not an easy, but a 7-team teaser. Anyway, this is the week. This college looks, I've got it narrowed down to like 9 or 10 games, and 4 of them are locks. Could have been 6. And in the pros, I've already got 2 locks out there, and a 3rd lock. I just got to pair it with somebody, and it looks very, very strong. So this is a huge week. Again, my pros are 95-21, 82%. Who the hell does that? It was like last year. I was like 45-5 on my locks, and who the hell can do that? So this year, I'm just crushing it. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 weeks. I've only had 2 losers. I've had 11-2, 10-1s, 12-1s, 11-2, 9-2s, and 7 of the 11 weeks I've only had 2 losers. So how mind-boggling is that? I've got that really, really crushed, and no problem at all. All right, everybody. Well, here's the Teaser King. Please, this is the week to go to the site. I've got the full year brought down, like I said, so you can buy the locks for the full year at a really discounted price instead of buying them each week. And it's really better. I mean, there's some weeks that the locks just aren't that good, and then there's some weeks like this week where they're great. So you just go and you vary it. So if you play me for the whole year, and now's the price, at this price it's very affordable. If you play me for the full year, yeah, I might have 1 bad week or so, but generally you're going to get 7 or 8 out of 10 in the locks. I mean, forget the pros. I'm doing 82% there just in the pros with picking everything. So, I pick more than locks. The locks are very good, but so are the pros this year. So don't think like my second game that isn't a lock isn't any good. I'm hammering everything. And I rank them by unit. So really I'm just playing units and different units. The better bets are higher units, and you should bet more on them and put them in multiple teasers. And like I said, if I have 7 locks, you can play a 7-team teaser. $50, you win 400 or so, depending on who your book is. Just dynamite. So it definitely pays for itself. Plus the regular 2-team teasers or 3-team teasers you can play. I like 3-team teasers on weeks like this because you can play a 3-team teaser and you're getting odds. Like a 2-team teaser, if you're at William Hill, a 2-team teaser in college, there's no juice. So that's beautiful. If you play a 3-team teaser at anywhere in Vegas, the 3-team teaser pays you. So it's like if you bet 100, you win like 130 or 140 for a 3-team teaser. So you don't even have juice to worry about. So this is a beautiful week to play 3 locks and a 3-team teaser. You play your 2-team teasers strong, then you play a 3-team teaser, and you know, I think it was 500 wins you 700, something like that. So 250 wins you 350. That's a pretty good. You know, you're getting pretty good odds to pick a third game, which you're going to pick anyway, because who doesn't have 8-9 games that you play? So anyway, good luck this week. www.teaserking.com. Again, you're playing the units. So, and I put a unit tab in. So if I play, 15 unit play, it's whatever your unit is, and don't get too carried away. If it's a $100 unit, I don't necessarily want you to play a $1,500 play, but I'm saying play it stronger than the others, because it's the best way to play teasers is to stagger your amounts. The stronger plays should be played more than the weaker plays. Not that the weaker plays are terribly weak, but it's much better to play the strong play for more, because you're going to lose some games. And in a teaser, if you pick 4 different teams and you play them both for $200 and you go 3-1, you win 200, you lose 200. So you're going to lose the juice, and you went 3-1. So that's why the stronger one you go 300 on, and the one that's not as strong you maybe play for 150. Now if you hit the strong one and hit those 2, then you go 1-1 on the bottom. You still made $150, and that's the whole point. That's how you play teasers. So I understand how to put the teams together and how to bet it. That's the key. That's what I'm the best at, and that's what I've learned since 1977 is you can't just play 4 teams, two teasers, $100 each, and then you go 3-1 and lose the juice, and you go, what the fuck, I was 3-1, and then, and I lost the juice. So that way you put your stronger ones. I mean, that's why I do locks. I'm saying they're stronger, and the stronger ones you bet more than the average ones. You hit the strong one and boom, but you can still hit the other ones. Maybe play I put out there, I'm expecting to win, of course, but that way it kind of guarantees it, and it's really the best way to play them. All right, everybody, www.teaserking.com. Feel free to ask questions, and this is a huge week, college and pro. Absolutely dynamite week. I'm expecting a really big week here. All right, everybody, have a great week, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.